Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the America First podcast. Where does that come from? That comes from the America First Warehouse, the most patriotic venue in the galaxy. I'm here with Lisa. Lisa, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm feeling good on this March 3rd, Kevin. I'm happy to be in studio with you and our amazing viewers. Hello, everyone.
Well, the pleasure and the privilege is mine. We have a special guest coming up. Before we get into that, we've got breaking news out of Iran. So here's what happened, folks. There's a group of knuckleheads who call themselves the Assembly of Experts or something like that, 88 of them, and they decided that they were going to meet to pick a new supreme leader. Factorama, anytime the person running your country calls himself supreme leader or Führer, you're probably living under tyranny. Anywho, these idiots thought, well, they killed Ayatollah Khomeini, so we're going to go pick a new leader. But they don't understand. We don't want that. We don't want to trade this tyrant for that tyrant, you silly gooses. So guess what? They had a special delivery from the Israeli Air Force. I've seen the before and after pictures of this building. The building was beautiful about 25 minutes or an hour ago. Now it's rubble. The experts never figured that maybe the world didn't really want another supreme leader. Maybe they were hoping for something a little more, I don't know, less genocidal. And now they are all, I don't know, they got to be running out of virgins wherever these people go once their heads are gone, once they've been body parts are redistributed. By the way, folks, if you have an Ayatollah and he needs a new arm or a hand or something, there's spare parts all over Iran. You just go pick them up. There's no charge. You could build your own Frankenstein Ayatollah at this point. All right. And here's the fun part. I'm hearing that, okay, remember the beepers, Lisa? Mm-hmm. The beepers where they put bombs. The Iranians said, well, we better go with beepers because cell phones, they can find us. And Israel found out about it, and they put explosives in the beepers, and they exploded and blew off their peepers. I made that rhyme. And killed a bunch. If you thought that was cool, folks, the Israelis have apparently hacked into every traffic light in Iran. They know exactly where every one of these knuckleheads is at almost any time if they're in a city. If you go out in the country, maybe they're harder to find, but there's nothing really to do out there except explode. So they try to stay in the city. They figure they can blend in. Now, we don't know how many of the 88 members of the Assembly of Experts are still alive because the building is still smoking like my grandma at the age of 94. Just never stopped smoking. I'm kidding. She's dead and so are they. Folks, this is another win. These people don't understand there's not going to be another supreme leader, all right? That's not going to happen here anymore. I think this is huge because in the past month, Trump has taken out two dictators. And but both of them, big parts of the New World Order sent here to take over and enslave we the people. Of course, through the Islamo-Commie plan, and I talk about that every day on my little radio show, 9 to 11 a.m., Monday through Friday. Go to go to linewsradio.com if you want to hear it. You can hear it there. Lisa, is there anything that the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force, is there anything they can't do?
First of all, Cap, that was awesome. Okay, your breakdown was accurate with comedic flair. So I do want to say this, that it's agreed. This occurred in 1979 when the transition of the Iranian government turned into a subjugation and a supreme leader was placed. The fact that they still are trying to employ the same tactics, knowing full well that the country has already, multiple times, Trump has tried to meet with them for peace talks, and they will not see that end. Now they were instituting nuclear arms, which we could not permit to occur. We've had nothing but trouble with this particular country and their leadership for decades upon decades. And we know that it's not just in our minds or that it's not just American media. How do we know that? Because we look to the celebrations in the streets here in America and in Iran in which the people themselves are celebrating. Even in Los Angeles, where they shockingly had to let it be seen on the news because it was unavoidable. But there, in what they call Tehran-Angeles, so in Los Angeles, a section that they call Little Tehran, was celebrating that the Ayatollah was removed and done away with, I suppose. And then we have it even here in Washington, D.C., in New York City, in the streets of Manhattan. places you would never expect for these joyful moments to be exposed, they were, and that has sent the best message.
Absolutely. Now, Lisa, I see a bunch of blue-haired fatty acids screaming, "Oh, we can't go to war with Iran." But everyone, including countries throughout the Arab Muslim world, are either celebrating with us or helping us to bomb them because they don't like them either. I just wrote an article at PJ Media how Trump's making it really hard to be a liberal these days. The things they defend, they're out there screaming, "Oh, you can't blow up Iran." Folks, if you want to see real genocide in the Middle East, it's not happening in Gaza. It was happening, well, probably a couple places, but we're going to focus on Iran now. Last year, they're cutting off heads of women who said, "No more hijab for me." They killed, 36,000 people this year, in the past month or so, protesting. They wanted peace. They wanted, they wanted to not live under tyranny. And that was real genocide. You didn't hear anything about that.
Right.
Let me ask you this. How much can we really respect the blue-haired fatty acids? Because they're on the wrong side of everything. Mm-hmm. "Oh, we want to cut off your son's genitals. You better let us do it, you bigot." Trump is doing this, I think, on purpose. He's making it so hard for them to defend where they stand. And this, Iran, we took out a Hitler. Oh, can't do that. Mm-hmm. You know what I think? I think these people doing it, they just want to crush the United States. They don't care about anyone's genocide. They don't care about anyone's genitals. They don't care about black people. It's all just to take down this nation. Am I, Lisa, a tinfoil wacko, or am I onto something?
Well, listen, I'm going to say you're a tinfoil wacko, but that's okay. So the truth of the matter is there has been a lot of exposure and regarding where do these people necessarily come from and where did they develop these theories and thoughts about America being this terrible place and these people who come in, such as the illegal immigrants, have been deprived of their rights to a happier life. That's all fine and well, and that is the promise of America, and that's what brought my grandparents here. However, the issue is that they came here legally, and they were documented, and we have information about them. And instead, what we have now are, unfortunately, a lot of crimes occurring that we can't trace people back, 350,000 missing children that thankfully many have been recovered, but certainly nearly not enough. Mm-hmm. These things seem to be, not spoken of. And then you have these blue-haired or liberal-thinking people who, honestly, now we're tracing back, are connected to certain organizations and nonprofits. And so their claims of righteousness are actually attached to dollar signs and specialized groups.
Yep.
And so that's highly problematic because they are not impartial. They're actually very partial, and they have an agenda, and that's the frightening part.
Absolutely. Lisa, you are dropping truth bombs all over this beautiful venue we call the America First Warehouse. Now, let's adjust a little bit. There was a tragic mass shooting in Austin. A member of the Religion of Pieces went in and started shooting up the joint. And here's the fun part. So he's wearing a hoodie that says "Property of Allah." He's got a Quran. He's wearing a T-shirt with an Iranian flag. Local Austin cops. Austin is very hippy-dippy. They're still looking for a motive. That's insane to me. But here's my question, Lisa. Right now, everyone should be, folks, I mean it, walk around with your heads on swivels because we don't know where the next one's coming from. We know Joe Biden let, we don't know, thousands, potentially tens of thousands of these animals in. All right? He did that on purpose. He gave them money. He gave them money to, Iran is the number one sponsor of terrorism. If we're sponsoring the number one sponsor, Lisa, doesn't that make us the really, really number one sponsor of terrorism?
Exactly, right? And so one of the things that Hegseth and Rubio spoke to were that they had information that stated the Ayatollah indeed had placed terrorist attempts on our president's life. And so that came into play. We know that they spoke about that after the murder of Soleimani occurred. occurred, okay? They took Soleimani out, and they had spoken about how they would make sure that Trump paid for that. So there's no doubt that they had planned attacks on our country. And again, there's a lot of concern. If we recall back to when Obama had sent over, right, shiploads of cash to these countries, for what purpose? We're still not even understanding what that was about or what was supposed to be achieved by that.
Wait a minute. Lisa, do you mean when Obama sent cash from various countries in pallets of cash on an unmarked plane that no one is supposed to know about?
Correct.
That's what you're talking. Oh, God, I don't know. Maybe that money was used to fund our enemies so that we can keep fighting them so that everyone makes money. Gee, that would be my take. Not to mention Obama, absolutely, positively a reptile, part of the New World Order. The New World Order is what? Well, that was supposed to be the U.S., probably Canada, probably India, China, Russia, Iran. Oops! No more Iran. And Venezuela. Oops! Uh-oh, we're tearing down the New World Order as I see it. Now, Lisa, here's something I don't understand. Right now, we should be very careful about terror attacks. Who did they just defund? The Democrats just defunded who? Oh, Department of Homeland Security. Wait, they're supposed to secure the homeland.
Right.
And they defunded them. Kami Mamdani, New York City mayor, he said, well, you know what? We're supposed to have 5,000 more cops hired. We're going to cancel that. Is now the time to do these things, or are they just helping to tear down the nation, Lisa?
Wow. You opened it up right there, Kev. And I know that we have a guest coming on that's going to be able to speak to that more.
Yeah.
So, great teaser. Stay tuned because we've got important things on that. But as far as Kami Mamdani is concerned, he is definitely showing his true colors. And thankfully, we have a lot of pushback that is achieving something, perhaps.
Yep. Folks, we have the biggest guest you can imagine. Who is it? I'll tell you right after this.
You've worked hard and saved, but inflation and increased money supply are eroding your buying power. Protect and grow your wealth with physical gold and silver. Sound Money. With a Sound Money wallet, your wealth stays in your control. Buy fractionally, vault securely, ship directly, and instantly liquidate your gold and silver at the highest buyback price in the industry. Real money, real ownership. Visit tafwsoundmoney.info or scan the QR code and start securing your financial future today.
The America First Ultra MAGA Store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA Store.
At the America First Warehouse. Live at the America First Warehouse on a Friday, Real America's Voice, all across the country, 103.9 LI News Radio, all across your radio, Suffolk County, Long Island. Glad you're in.
Corporate transfer. Fine professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
America First Warehouse was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country.
Giuliani.
Woo!
Oh, we're back, folks. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the America First podcast at the Groovy as Hell America First Warehouse. Sitting here, it's Lisa and I. We're taking care of business for a little bit. You know what, Lisa? Let's just tell them who's coming on, because that'll make it more likely for people to stick around. I have referred to him as one of my heroes. I lived in New York City when this man came about. 2,200 murders per year. He cleaned it up. Lisa, who's coming on? Tell him.
Woo! Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah, baby.
Everyone's favorite mayor.
This will be great. He's coming up in another couple of segments. We'll have him here. But before we get to that, we're talking about all things jihad. I just learned one of the most disturbing things I've ever heard. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you what it is. So last year, when the Iranian animals were chopping off heads, executing women who said, hey, I don't want to wear this anymore. They said, all right, well, you don't have to. I mean, your head will wear it, but your head and body will be separated. I just heard, and this is repugnant, folks. If you've got kids with you, send them out. Send them out of the room, because this is pretty heavy. I'll give you 10 seconds, and I'm not going to count the 10 seconds down out loud. I'm going to do it in my head. All right, I think that's about enough. I just learned that when they execute you in Iran, the first thing they do is they put you in jail with the men, and the men will gang rape the women. That way, after they cut off their heads, in their religion, they believe that they will not go to their version of heaven. I don't know what that version is, but I hear there's a lot of goats there. I hear there's a lot of goats because the women can't make it there. You know, looking at 72 virgins, how many are goats? We got to look at that. Look at the livestock, see what's going on there. Repugnant, a repugnant religion run by repugnant people. But 88 of them, I just found out from our friend Bill, breaking news, all 88 members of the Assembly of Experts who weren't expert enough to avoid a large building have been blown to kingdom come. There you go. We're running low on virgin goats over there, folks, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And we're going to talk to Rudy Giuliani. He knows way more about these the jihadi daddies, as I call them. He knows way more about that than I ever will, having dealt with 9/11. Now, Lisa, I've got a weird question. A couple days after 9/11, I was living in Brooklyn, and I'm hanging out. I'm lying on my bed, and there's George W. Bush talking about how Islam is the religion of peace. It's the religion of peace, just as they knocked down our buildings, just as they had that plane crash or get shot down, whatever, in Pennsylvania, and of course, whatever happened there at the Pentagon. Why would he call them the religion of peace when they just attacked us? You know what? Because I was a Republican for a little while, but when he said that, I said, no, that's it. I got to find something else. He's calling Islam the religion of peace right after they blew us up. And you know what? And Obama and Biden gave Iran money. Am I just a wacko, or am I seeing here that we might be part of the problem, we being the CIA? Let me add, Lisa, I am completely non-suicidal. What do you think?
Okay, so here's a little bit of, a broader look at the whole picture, right? So any religion could turn to radicalism at some point, and really that's where the focus shifts. So I have many dear friends who are Muslim, and they are nonviolent and do not believe in anything that's taking place. So that is the good thing. And here in America, we are a melting pot, and we never want to get to a point where we're attacking each other as long as we are peaceful with one another, right? However, a lot of these governments going to use their religion as a basis for their bad actions.
Sure.
Because then they want to hide behind it. And that's where the disgracefulness comes in. And that's where the scapegoating comes in. And so it's...
Did you say goat?
I said it. So basically...
Get away.
He's got me on that one. But the scapegoating does come in, and that's where the shameful part rolls in. So with the issues with the Ayatollah, for example, like we said, under Jimmy Carter, not a good experience with the Shah before that. There was a change in regime. And did the U.S. have a partial play in that? that is where some controversy comes in for certain. But then the new regime takes over, and the subjugation of the people proves in and of itself that their intentions are not the proper peaceful religion that you can find in parts of the Quran. Now, instead, what we see is exactly what you were mentioning regarding the treatment of women. For example. So they were forced to wear hijabs. They were removed from certain parts of education. They had to have male guardianship over who they might marry. If they did not abide by these things, oftentimes in public, they would have acid thrown on them as well. There are many cases about that, and many authors who wrote to that. They were also fined, harassed, ridiculed. And so when you're permitting the treatment of women in this sense, already you know that the government is on the wrong path and using religion in not a healthy way. So that's hopefully answers some of what you were getting.
There you go. There you go. Lisa, are there any stories you want to jump on? Because I've got a million here we can go to, but I don't want to be a story hog. You got anything popping?
Okay, so something I am happy about, we'll get into, a little bit of the education aspect, the Supreme Court decision.
Yes,
all
2
right.
of 'em.
How great is this? 6-3 decision that the Supreme Court blocked California laws that were they claimed it was to protect the privacy of transgender students when actually what it was doing was restricting parental rights.
Yes.
And religious, input on and family in the way the family wishes to raise the child. This is huge. We've had that issue here in New York, and it was turned into a human rights law at first, and then it was moved into and hidden into the Constitution very shamefully. And the school districts believe that they're going to be fined or penalized for breaking the law now if they reveal a transgender student. So they're giving them these opportunities to hide from their parents, change when they go into the schools, even consult with counselors and health clinics behind the parents' backs. And this is disgraceful and harmful. Thankfully, lawsuits are now correcting course, but unfortunately, many children have already been subjected to this, especially when they're having difficulties of their own, whether it be social media and social circles, and then they turn to these things where they think it's going to give them some level of perhaps a new identity, because as teenagers, right, we're always looking for that new identity, that safety net. And these types of situations, maybe they have a home life where the parents are struggling, there's a divorce going on. There could be a lot of instances that kind of draw these children to these situations where they believe that they're going to be, outcast. So this group will accept them. And that's the harmful part of it emotionally and socially. And the fact that the public schools have taken advantage of this, the leaders of the public schools, such as, the California Board of Regents or education leaders and the New York State Board of Regents, is deplorable.
Lisa, when I was in high school, my parents were afraid someone was going to give me reefer. It was all about the reefer. Now, you've got a kid in high school. You don't know if he's coming on with his penis. And the school won't say anything. That's just sick to me that as a society, we've gotten to the point where the school, and keep in mind, the left says, well, we love the trans people. No, if you did, you'd leave them alone. Hey, guess what, folks? Factorama, write this down, check it out, 100% true. A person with transgenderism is 12.12 times more likely to attempt suicide after they begin with the medications or the Ginsu on their genitalias. On their genitalias, they're 12.12 times more likely to attempt suicide. If they cared, they would, hey, teachers, leave those kids alone. Chloe Cole. Mm-hmm. Chloe Cole was, 14, 15 when some animal doctor carved out her breasts. Mm-hmm. And then she said, well, I've decided I'm not trans. And what happened? Did the trans community go, okay, we're cool with that? No, they threatened her life constantly. How dare you go against the narrative? Remember, folks, they don't care at all about these kids. The left doesn't care about black people, and we can talk about that all day. How these defund the cops. I can prove to you with simple numbers that between 2020, 2023, more black people were killed. They know how many people to expect to get murdered. It went up 33%. More people killed by BLM and Antifa and the left in 3 years than 160 years of the Klan. That's not a joke. More people died because of those things. Anywho, as I was saying, the trans thing, again, folks, remember, Remember the motto of the communists. The issue is never the issue. They don't care about the trans folks or the black folks. The issue is always the revolution. That's what they're pushing for, folks. And they have to cut up your son to do it, your daughter. They'll do it. They don't care about that. But the idea that, and here's the sick part, the Supreme Court had to vote. Can we keep this secret as we trans these kids? And 3 of them said yes, they can. Lisa, I want the good old days back. What should I just move to the Poconos and live in a cabin or something?
I certainly do wish we could go back to those times. No kidding, where we had common sense. I recall watching an SNL episode. Okay, I might date myself on this, but it was Phil Hartman and Bill Murray, and they were in an obstetrician office. Phil Hartman was the obstetrician, and it turns out that he was being interviewed for having the most female births in history. It's the obstetrician who had over 4,000 or something female-only births. But what it came out was that actually he was sadly mutilating any male births.
Oh, geez.
And so it became a scene where the obstetrician then collapses on the floor in some type of mental state, revealing that he had, a mental abuse from his mother, that boys are bad. And it was amazing to see that skit now and looking back at that time frame where really in the 90s, this was highlighted as being a dark and, derogatory thing to do to a child.
Yep.
And now here they are pretending to celebrate it is just unbelievable. But on that note, again, these lawsuits will hopefully correct this course and stop taking the right away from the child themselves, who are not old enough to understand what they're doing, and then also from the parents who find out too late that something, terrible has happened and their child may already be on hormone pills is unbelievable. So let's hope that, our good American legal system will continue to correct the course. But
Let's hope so, folks. We got to take a break. Special guest coming your way. Is it Joe the Box? Yeah, but there's more. There's more. Is it John the Blanket? Could I do it? Hold on. You know who's coming. We told you before. Right after this. Hang on. Worth the wait.
Have you noticed your money just doesn't stretch like it used to? Your paycheck feels lighter, and your savings aren't growing. The culprits? Inflation and increased money supply. They've both been quietly eating away at your purchasing power for years. Today, the dollar's value has dropped significantly. You feel it every time you spend money on goods and services. Back in 1965, $1 or an ounce of silver could buy you a gallon of milk. Fast forward to today. That same dollar barely buys a couple of coffee creamers, while an ounce of silver would get you 8 gallons of milk. Gold and silver have held their value for centuries. If you had 2,500 ounces of silver back in 1965, you could buy a brand new Ford Mustang. Today, 2,500 ounces of silver would buy you 2 Mustangs. Similarly, in the year 2000, 628 ounces of gold would buy a new $170,000 home. Today, 628 ounces would buy you a $2,500,000 home. The problem? 95% of Americans don't own physical gold or silver. They think it's too complicated and too expensive, but it doesn't have to be. We offer a membership program that allows you to buy gold or silver with as little as $1. You can buy fractional amounts, safely vault them, or have them delivered to your doorstep, and you can liquidate them whenever you want at the highest buyback price in the industry. Ready to protect your wealth and keep your purchasing power? Scan the QR code or go to tafw.soundmoney.com to learn more.
If the vote count is accurate, then how come the number of voters is different? And if it's not accurate, then why was it certified? We are suing Letitia James and the New York State Board of Elections for a conspiracy against fundamental rights. This is not about who won. It's not about what party. It's about the fact that they don't care about your rights.
Live from Studio 6B on a Friday night, live at the America First Warehouse. Live at the America First Warehouse on a Friday, Real America's Voice, all across the country, 103.9 LI News Radio, all across your radio, Suffolk County, Long Island.
It's me, Joe the Box. And I'm John the Blanket with the America First podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. The Fred Rubino podcast coming to you from the America First Warehouse.
Welcome back to the America First Warehouse. We're still doing fighting every day, all day long.
Welcome to the Patriots podcast. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the On the Right Side podcast here at the America First Warehouse in Long Island, New York.
Shane Jenkins here with another episode of Liberty's Cage.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, Red, Right, and True.
We are streaming live on America First Media and Television app.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Downey Jr. podcast. Be free, stay free. We're back, baby. Back in action. Lisa and I holding down the fort, as my grandmother would say. Holding down the fort. We've got big stuff happening. Joe the Box will soon be here. We've got Rudy Giuliani, the man, the legend, coming on. This is going to be so much fun. Not now. Oh, wait a minute.
Who's there?
Hear him now. Joe the Box, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that you? Joe, is that you?
Joe the Box. Wait. Wait a minute.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Look at that behind me. I can't tell you where I am, but I'll let you guess.
Oh, is that
You guys got a guess?
is that the
WPB.
Freedom State? I think I see the Freedom
West
State.
Palm Beach.
There you go.
West Palm Beach, baby.
WPB, baby. Joe, how are you, sir?
I am so incredibly blessed that Lord Jesus Christ that directs me, and I can't even explain to you how powerful the movement is. The country is coming back in ways that you wouldn't believe. Not that I have any inside information, but I do know and feel that the power of God is moving across the nation. If you believe in the power of the America First spirit, it is going to come out like you wouldn't be, because these Democrats are honestly kind of giving it to us on a silver platter, or as Trump liked to say, a gold one.
Joe,
yes, sir.
I kind of told everyone the secret surprise coming. Do you know when our national mayor and hero, Mr. Giuliani, is coming on?
Well, we asked him to please put on a pair of pants. That's a good start.
Oh, wait, let me check my Giuliani OnlyFans. Oh, there he is. Okay. All right, I see he's getting ready.
Can you see my brother Johnny? Because he's here too. Do we?
Where is he?
Not yet. Anybody see Johnny around? You guys, the camera guy.
On the end of the stage.
Does he got a
soon he'll be
one
full.
more step?
There he is.
He is.
Yeah,
Hey.
baby.
It's us in Florida, Lisa, instead of you. And we
Oh,
are on
I
the East
see
Coast,
that.
though. West
I
Palm
see
Beach,
that.
beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Hey, Joe.
John remembers West Palm Beach because he was responsible for relocating the
Courthouses, that was many years ago, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was so nice, old gold trim. Trump probably designed it. It was over the top courthouse. The judge's chambers, beautiful place.
I believe Trump might have been involved in that
must have been.
because
Beautiful.
you know what I loved about it? The stone was absolutely amazing, Johnny. The stone going into that courthouse.
Yeah.
They didn't bring Trump down to that courthouse, though, did they? They brought him to downtown New York, right, Kevin?
Absolutely. And in Atlanta, they brought him to some flea bag place. That's a horrible place there in Fulton County. There's a guy
you better
there.
Believe it. I don't know if you guys. The other night I was out at the Queens County Republican Club. It was an amazing time. They gave me the honor to MC. And they were like, Joe, how do you? You're so smooth. And I got to tell you, it's years of practice. And every time I used to open up a meeting when I did speak, it was always, it's Joe. I'm an alcoholic. Hey, DJ, where are you, brother, on that one? Come
That's a
on now.
nice one. That's how I open my comedy shows.
I think my mother sent me a text. I was told that my hair might be a bit of a mess.
Yeah, it's kind of
Ted Goodman.
I don't know, Joe.
Get over there a little bit and brush that hair.
I'm not sure that I can be seen with you with hair like that. What? Hey, what happened? What happened?
Yes. KDJ, well, I'll send you a comb, the official America First comb. Get it at the America First warehouse.
I need an America First comb, baby. Absolutely, I do. Hey, Joe, I don't know if you heard the news, but the Israeli Air Force just sent 88 jihadi daddies onto their final destination, which I think is a petting zoo with goats somewhere along the great beyond. Have you heard the good news yet? They're all dead. All of them.
I would say that the good news comes out through networks like ourselves. And yes, I was watching it. I mean, I'm here on the shorelines over here in Fort Lauderdale. West Palm Beach, north of Fort Lauderdale. And we're going to bring in the great Mayor Giuliani when he's ready. So we're going to keep rolling a little bit. And let me tell you about some of the things that were happening here and why I came down to West Palm Beach. All right, Johnny and I started off yesterday at the Trump National Golf Course, and as we were driving in, you told me, "Hey Joe, this is what? What'd you tell me when we were driving in?"
Oh yeah, we went by the hedges over there where the rifle guy pulled his rifle into the woods. So we were right there where that was. Kind of a busy road, so I'm surprised somebody from the street didn't see him either. But
yeah, I don't know the story behind that, but I would tell you that it seemed to be pretty simple. And then just the other day, some lunatic driving through into the front gates of Mar-a-Lago. I mean, I'm afraid to even go near the gates. I like to stay just on the other side, a balcony view.
Hey,
well,
Joe,
the Mar-a-Lago's
story.
in a beautiful corner over there, so it's kind of well protected. And when he's in town, I know they probably closed that bridge so people can't get over it.
How much time are we looking at? Are we
he's
good
an
on the
important
time?
president. We got to keep him protected.
Yeah, we're doing great. Look, we got 6 minutes and 6. That's unbelievable. What a team we have at the America First Media and Television. I know you guys are rocking and rolling up there. KDJ, you got a great show going on. You come from your radio show. You run right over to the warehouse. You cover a podcast with me. And then you come back the next day and do another one. And I got to tell you, your sense of humor and your sense of reality and common sense and your sarcasm, you might say, is very powerful and impactful because people relate to that. All right. And then I also want to tell my friend Lisa, who we are two ships, you and me are two ships passing in the night for now, because I know you're coming back to Florida again on the Gulf of America, which is, just on the other side. Yes, Donald Trump, the way that man is working. So Lisa, I don't know if I got a chance to tell you this, but there's so many great things. People want to be part of us, and I like your perspective, and I think I threw your name in the hat for a couple of things that might be very good beneficial for all of us. Because we need to share the America First dream. It's a possibility to come back. Every time Trump said something, the response was, Trump was right after they completely lied. I can't imagine anybody tell me, and I'll ask the panel, anybody tell me the last great thing that the Democratic Party did for America. And you both can answer to that one.
No, I think looking
no,
at both,
that was a quick answer, Lisa. You're a I told you she was smart.
Good. That was it.
As a New Yorker, as a New Yorker who watched the state of the New York State turnover in 2019 to complete Democrat control, I can say that once they do have control, they just obliterate all types of rights and safety for the American, people here in New York. They betray the parents, they betray children, and so this is definitely very problematic. We saw their behavior again at the State of the Union address, where they do not stand. They'll wear a Ukrainian pin, for example, but then when an actual Ukrainian mother is crying over the murder of her daughter here on a train in America, they do not stand. So these are the type of people that we're dealing with. They want to throw stones, and they want to. We see Ilhan Omar sitting there in the audience, yelling back at the commander-in-chief when he's referencing the massive amount of fraud taking place in Somali communities. And this is what we're dealing with. They do not tell the truth. They just defend their lies over and over.
Well, that is an excellent answer, and I think your first one, your immediate reaction, which definitely generates a positive true when you reacted immediately, no, because I cannot even imagine anything. But Kevin, with your knowledge and wealth coming from Michigan and Dearborn, where you grew up, and your experiences as an entrepreneur trying to make a living at your craft, got anything good that the Democrats might have done for us?
Oh, yeah. The Democrats showed us that they're a bunch of filthy communist animals. That's the only good thing they've done. They've shown us they don't care about anybody but their mission of taking over. All right? They wouldn't stand for Irina Zarutska's mom. And that little boy last year with cancer, he passed away probably 2 days ago, wouldn't stand for him. Remember, you've got a black child who's being honored. He becomes like a Secret Service agent, honorary Secret Service. They couldn't even stand
Daniel,
for that.
Officer Daniel. I think they gave him a they gave Officer Daniel was his name, the young man.
Yep. He sadly just passed away. They're showing us who they are. We would be stupid to ignore them. We would be stupid to ignore them. These are the people that support men in the locker room with women, chopping up kids, murdering babies before they're born. These people are demons, Joe. And now, Joe, I have come back to God, to Jesus, largely because of you in the warehouse. And I just want to ask you, I don't think this is Republicans versus Democrat anymore. This is good versus evil. Am I a wackadoo?
Yes.
But otherwise, his point was great, though. You know, it's turning our lives to really what the Constitution started was all based on God and Christian beliefs. You know, that's the foundation of our country. So we got to keep that up. You know, that's what
Yeah, it's just crazy to me how you can't see that. Okay, you can't see that, then you got to be blind. That's all I can say. And Stephen, you can put that right up over there. We getting ready for something big coming? What's going on? What's going on? Did I hear the shower turn off? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Johnny and I are blessed to be here. We are at the mayor's television set. If you follow the mayor like we do, it's a well-designed setup here at the comfort of his own home. I mean, he's doing it from here, and he gets his message out through his own platform, and he also gets his message out by his the Lindell TV or Ted, help me out with that. What is it's Lindell TV and Lindell TV. And there's another. He does his own network on all the major.
Good Voice. Is he still on that?
No, I don't think he has. Somebody told me they were going to see the mayor on WABC radio, and I said, "Listen, I think if WABC were ever to come back into the mayor's life, I think I might know about that." That's what I was thinking in my head, but I had to make sure. No way. I like loyal people, and that's what we have to stay focused on. I'm going to tell you right now, you can say, hey, great, I was wrong, and I'm coming back on, but you'll never be in charge, that's for sure, because you lost sight along the way. We all want the loyal, this MAGA, America First people to represent our country. That's why I came down here with Steve Stern America. I'm looking at 19 seconds. Is that correct, Adam?
Correct.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. There's so much time as it goes quickly, but it might give us an opportunity to set up. Did Teresa go through the notes of what's happening at the warehouse?
Teresa's getting ready right now, Joe.
All right, we're going to find some time for you, Teresa. I love both you guys. We'll be right back after the break. Boom!
Teresa says he's alive. Thank God. I read he died.
Oh, Lord Jesus. They can't hear me no more, though, right? I got to wait for that time. And so we have a 3-minute block.
Thank you, Teresa. I'll fix it.
You can see the 3 second on the commercial time is going. That's 3 minutes of commercial time.
I think I'm going.
Oh, I saw that too.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
All right. Hi, everybody. How are you?
Good. How are you? Thank you for the text. I'm going to fix it when we come back.
Yeah, I want to let everybody know that I did speak to a good mutual friend of the warehouses at the end of last week when I saw the DJ Daniel rumor going around again. Yes, it's true. He has terminal brain cancer. And spine, I think. But he's doing well. He's alive. Our friend Ken spoke to him the other day. So praise God. DJ Daniels is still alive and well. So we're going to give a little recap. I'm going to go as fast as I can. We might go into the next segment a little bit. But this Saturday, the America First Warehouse hosted the Turning Point USA Faith chapter at Long Island. And if you want to get some more information about this great chapter that's starting, please scan that QR code. And we wish our friends a lot of luck as they start this chapter, and we're looking forward to helping them do it. Also, as you might have heard a few minutes ago when Joe the Box was telling you about the weekend, he was the MC at the Queens Village Republican Club dinner.
Teresa, you're not on.
Oh, they told me I was going on.
Oh, sorry. Wait.
Oh, am I on or not? All right. Well, this is a recap from Saturday. Should I keep going?
We're not back. We're not.
I see we're on break.
Yeah.
All right. I was told we were going through the commercial break. We're on.
No.
Okay. So
We're
now
on?
I'm showing you guys
Oh,
Queens
sorry,
Village
keep
at
going.
Anton's on Sunday. That was Joe the Box making his big entrance as the MC. It was a great, great night. So many honorees: Jimmy Wagner, Lara Logan, Bruce Blakeman, DVS, Massimo. So many great people were there, and it was awesome to be with our Patriot family. We want to just give you a quick, take a screenshot of our new lineup. We want to welcome our new shows that started last month, Red, Right, and True, and We the People. And today, if we can go to the next clip, we are welcoming Peacemaker Talks with Pardon J6er Sarah Carpenter, our dear friend. Please tune in tonight from 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and we are excited to have her join our network. Thursday nights here at the Warehouse is our faith night. We have Bible study, and immediately following Bible study, we have Christ to Conquer the Nations, prayer and worship with our in-house pastor, Crystal. So join us on Thursday nights. If you guys can just go to the next slide for church. And every Friday night, as many of you know, we have The Boys from Live from Studio 6B. It's a Real America's Voice production. Get your tickets. You can scan that QR code or go to our website. We'd love to have you down here on a Friday night. This Saturday, Jake Lang, Pardon J6er, who's out there as a hardcore activist, will be in New York City. It's the Stop New York City of Islamification. They're expecting a big turnout. And then it seems like a lot of them are coming back here to Long Island to the America First Warehouse, where we're going to have some fun with our karaoke night this Saturday night. So come down and join us and have some fun. This month, we're bringing you Michael Loftus from Studio TST on March 21st. So you can get your tickets for that. All the information's on the flyer. On April 25th, we're bringing you the movie that we unfortunately had to cancel this past Saturday for scheduling reasons, but we're bringing it back to you in the end of April. It's a great, great documentary. Please get your tickets. I really think you guys should see this movie. Next, May 9th, we're going to bring you Guitar Legends with Joe Cumia, a great patriot, bringing great music to the Warehouse. May 30th, we're going to bring to you the Not So Newlywed Game with our friend Fred Rubino. We are still looking for some more contestants, so if you go to the next flyer, fellas, you guys can scan that. You can fill out the application, and we would love to have you be a part of our show. We're going to ask you guys to mark the calendars. June 19th and 20th, AMAC and Real America's Voice are bringing a phenomenal event honoring America 250. There's big things happening, so please, please mark your calendars. You're not going to want to miss that.
Teresa, can you please tell them the wonderful news you gave me? I'm fake news, folks. I fell for a rumor. Please
nope,
tell them the good news.
I had to check it on it too. So right before they went to this commercial break, Kevin was mentioning something he saw, which many people saw, was that the young man, DJ Daniel, had passed away. And that is actually, and thank God, not true. He is, battling terminal cancer, but he's a warrior. God still has a job for him to do because he's still here doing it. So we love you, DJ Daniel. He'll probably be coming here this year, and all is well. So praise God. And we're going to bring you guys our item of the month. It's our 100% made in the USA, America Must Put God First mug. You can scan that QR code and buy it from our website. You can also buy it in our venue when you're here. So it's a beautiful, awesome, all American made mug. We're going to bring you our affiliates and partners, which is TAFW Sound Money, My Patriot Travel, My Pillow with Mike Lindell, and our newest affiliate, LifeWave, which is awesome patches for great health. And to wrap all that up, we're going to ask you to visit our website at www.theamericafirstwarehouse.com. You can scan that QR code, or you could download our new app, which is the best way to support us right now and get all your information there. Thank you very much. Hi, Mr. Mayor. We love you. We miss you here at the Warehouse. Hi, boys, and we will see you guys very soon. Back to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Teresa. Joe the Box. Who you hiding down there, Joe?
I can't tell you who it is, but it's one of the greatest patriots of all time. A little stinky peeky. There he is. The greatest mayor, America's mayor. We all know America. Look at it. He likes that one. I got it for you, Mr. Mayor. So it's
I wear that when we drive you around, so they know who you are. Somebody important.
A musical, Mr.
With the guy who takes his mask off and then.
Yes, well, how about the Phantom of the American Opera? That's what I'd like to see.
The original title.
No, well, we can change it. We got some titles. We got so many changing things that are happening. I am blessed to have Mr. Mayor here with us, of course. I sprung it on him very quickly because that's the only way you can do it. You know what I mean? They're tugging and tearing, and he's got to be here and there. I mean, you guys talked a little bit about that Iranian crisis. Believe me, Mr. Mayor is on the game with the Ukraine, with everything. Right? You know what's going on, don't you, Mr. Mayor?
Particularly in Iran, yeah. Iran, we're keeping up with pretty close to as much as we can. And I have to say, the Trump administration is playing it very close to the vest, the way they should.
Why is that, sir?
Well, because, look, how much can we really help by knowing? The people that have to know are the people on the ground. So you want to give out the information that's going to help you. And none of this celebrating it. I mean, we've already had victories that far surpass some in the past, right? We took out the Ayatollah. He and the guy before him have ruled for 47 years. They've killed hundreds of thousands of people and thousands of Americans. But we take them out, in a half hour. Or how about the most recent one, if it's correct? They're having a council, it's like their College of Cardinals, right? Selecting the new Ayatollah. No, they're not. They're heading off to, I think, hell. They think paradise, and they're gone. They're getting a whole new council now.
One of my favorite memes that I see out there is when they asked the president about, Iran, and the last two people that were in office said, don't. And then went over to Trump and he said, I'm going to bomb the shit out of it.
Yeah. I don't know what he has to do to get people to take him serious.
Yeah, well, you know what? They continue to lie.
This probably will help him.
Seriously,
This will help.
the crazy.
It doesn't matter. You know,
didn't take him seriously.
Mr. Mayor, you know this because I know it too. You believe God is a kingdom for us after this that's ahead of us, and we do His work. We do His work, and we do that. I was so impressed at the way they prayed before the State of the Union the other night. Do you recall
I think
that?
they do that all the time now. They always.
No, they were in a huddle, and it's an administration of prayer, which I love it.
It wasn't. There was a Democratic convention in which they didn't say a prayer at the beginning of the convention. I think they finally have stopped it. In the last 2 or 3, the Democrats say a prayer to something. It's not
I think
necessarily.
they sang our national anthem.
I think they were saying a prayer to climate change or something.
Well, they can't.
Climate change.
The greatest joke perpetrated on the American people is one of the biggest crimes there ever was.
Please keep CO2 from us. And then a voice comes down from heaven. If you don't have CO2, you'll be extinguished.
This is unbelievable. If you don't believe in miracles, you should start believing them right now. The U.S. hockey team won. Did that get you excited, Mr. Mayor?
It got me excited. It got the president excited. It got all of us excited, except the communists. They were
My goodness.
And the Islamophobes.
What do we have to do? Do we have to have a drag party or something like that to make them happy? What do we got to do with that? I can't believe it.
You know what you have to do.
No, we're not going to do it. You know what I love too, Mr. Mayor? We're going to bounce around a lot on you. I know every subject you're very well versed on, almost everything. It's amazing, the photographic memory.
It's down here too.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here, to be with you.
2 miles.
I mean, we even got in without any kind of questions. We said your name. They know us.
Well, no, listen, last time we've been thrown out of a lot of nice places, Johnny.
They didn't hold against you when you disrupted the whole.
It took them a little while this morning, Mayor.
Mayor.
They didn't know. They were like, is he moving again? I said, no. I wouldn't even talk to him because I remember when I was the moving man, I had to use the back door.
Well, you did a good job as the moving man. The one that got a little hairy was when you started your motorcycles.
Mine
We had
like
to wait
this.
you get you up or something. I think you were out of your room.
I just got mine.
I woke up and I said, am I back in New York?
Well, I did get mine just tuned up really well, and it sounds like this: drum, 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 drum.
So we're very happy, and I think almost to the point of giddy, because for me, this is 47 years of dealing with this monster, a group of monsters.
1972, right, Mayor?
Worse than Xi Jinping. You can't get much worse than Putin. But
Really?
But you can. You can get worse.
Are the other
And
countries helping us now? Are they still like? I know Britain was like a slap us in the face, no respect. I can't stand it.
You know, I don't know what he runs. The party is communist. The country is going to be a Muslim country in 10 years.
Oh, my
And he's
goodness.
trying to sit in the middle. So he very apologetically offered us planes to help us. And they are helping.
Or offered us their Air Force base or something if we needed.
The American military said their help is a lot more than they're saying, which is good.
Oh, I like to hear
Wow,
that.
wow, wow.
The American military, I don't know what, maybe they're giving them a little push, but American military is saying that Sturmer is doing a lot more for us than he's admitting.
Good, I'm glad to hear that.
What about Germany? Because I heard he visited the White House yesterday or something.
I think same thing. Italy, the same thing. France, not yet.
Oh, those French croissants.
Men don't wear no pants.
He's got a couple of names for those guys. Those French people.
We may want to give them to the
They all joined the girls' force.
Give them to the mullahs.
And,
Oh, my
they're
goodness,
believing
Mr. Mayor, you
all
got great
because of the
ideas.
Overwhelming immigration and the Muslim religion that they play their music. In the city, they play it in the city now too.
Oh, is that what it is? Music? I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a goat.
Morning, which is very early, and evening prayers.
Yeah, I thought they had banned that in Manhattan or New York.
I didn't.
No, they're not banning nothing.
I've seen it and I've heard it.
New York, New York. One
that was
hell
in
of
a
a
third world
town.
country.
I can't imagine Comrade Mondani would ban
Not be supporting it.
You know what, Mr. Mayor? Maybe they'll call on you. You should charge him $1 million to advise him.
Well,
you know who's doing a good job, and I want to commend him.
Oh,
The guy keeping after him really well. Well, first of all, Adams is keeping after him really well.
hold on a second.
People-
Is this the right year I'm listening to?
She's doing it.
Don't.
They're both calling
Well,
him
I
out.
would expect them. You know, we're America. It's our country. I don't understand why they would be.
Come on, I know how you feel, but that's good. It shows you how far off he is. It shows you how far off the cliff he is.
I will forgive, Mr. Mayor. I want to forgive. It's very hard to forgive, though. I know, but it's not easy to do.
Remember? Easy on his no air spot back there. I don't know.
I'm trying to be a
Who's gonna
Christian.
forgive?
And if anybody thinks it's easy to be a Christian, it's not.
Think of how Trump.
I think the mayor needs to not run New York City, but he's going to straighten out Iran. He should be in charge of Iran. He should be in
Send
charge.
the mayor over there and with
But
the
do it here, though. We
shield
don't want to risk anything with him, but he'd probably have to visit once in a while over there.
I've been going there.
How would
They
we
at
get
the
people
Trump
to come
International
over?
Hotel. I hear it's beautiful.
Well, I think it was Trump on three or four.
I see a minute.
But what can we do to get?
Tried to kill me in a-
Oh, Johnny wants the business now.
And they tried to kill me in Paris.
Something important, though, man.
Johnny's asking some very
Who's
good
going to
political.
run Iran? I don't know the difference between Iraq and Iran.
The Shah, right?
Books there. That group of books is
Big
by the-
books. Woo, books.
Just that little
I know that
book.
one there,
Tell
but
us to push it off.
That's about the PMOI, or the MEK, Mujahideen al-Khalq. They've existed for 62 years. They're a revolutionary group. They have been working, almost nonstop for 40 years to overthrow this regime. They have the support of 140 members of Congress, mostly Republican. I'm Democrat.
40%?
140
Okay.
members of Congress.
Okay.
Including about 2/3 Republicans, 1/3 Democrat. I've been working with them for 15 years. They have a government in waiting. They have people who families have been killed by the mullahs.
Arrested out of prison.
Mr. Mayor, this is so important to me. Can we come back after this commercial
Yeah, I'll
break?
get the red-
Because sponsorship is very important to me, and I got a great sponsorship gift for the mayor. I'm not going to show him yet.
Have you noticed your money just doesn't stretch like it used to? Your paycheck feels lighter, and your savings aren't growing. The culprits? Inflation and increased money supply. They've both been quietly eating away at your purchasing power for years. Today, the dollar's value has dropped significantly. You feel it every time you spend money on goods and services. Back in 1965, $1 or an ounce of silver could buy you a gallon of milk. Fast forward to today. That same dollar barely buys a couple of coffee creamers, while an ounce of silver would get you 8 gallons of milk. Gold and silver have held their value for centuries. If you had 2,500 ounces of silver back in 1965, you could buy a brand new Ford Mustang. Today, 2,500 ounces of silver would buy you 2 Mustangs. Similarly, in the year 2000, 628 ounces of gold would buy a new $170,000 home. Today, 628 ounces would buy you a $2,500,000 home. The problem? 95% of Americans don't own physical gold or silver. They think it's too complicated and too expensive, but it doesn't have to be. We offer a membership program that allows you to buy gold or silver with as little as $1. You can buy fractional amounts, safely vault them, or have them delivered to your doorstep, and you can liquidate them whenever you want at the highest buyback price in the industry. Ready to protect your wealth and keep your purchasing power? Scan the QR code or go to tafw.soundmoney.com to learn more.
If the vote count is accurate, then how come the number of voters is different? And if it's not accurate, then why was it certified? We are suing Letitia James and the New York State Board of Elections for a conspiracy against fundamental rights. This is not about who won. It's not about what party. It's about the fact that they don't care about your rights.
live at the America First Warehouse. Live at the America First Warehouse on a Friday, Real America's Voice, all across the country, 103.9 LI News Radio, all across your radio, Suffolk County, Long Island.
It's me, Joe the Box. And I'm John the Blanket with the America First Podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. The Fred Rubino Podcast coming to you from the America First Warehouse.
Welcome back to the America First Warehouse. We're still doing fighting every day, all day long.
Welcome to the Patriots Podcast. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the On the Right Side podcast here at the America First Warehouse in Long Island, New York.
Shane Jenkins here with another episode of Liberty's Cage.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, Red, Right, and True.
We are streaming live on America First Media and Television app.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Downey Jr. Podcast. Be free, stay free.
We're doing our little introduction. Here we are at the America First Warehouse. I can see the clock ticking. Lisa, where are you, Lisa? I know you are close. And Kevin, there they are. They're back at the America First Media and Television campus. It's the where we're filming right now live, the America First Podcast every Tuesday. See you next Tuesday. Every Tuesday at the same time, 12 o'clock. We have the mayor right here, and I know that you guys have a question for this great man. And Lisa, let him have it.
Oh, Mayor Giuliani, it's good to see you there. I hope all is well, and your son, your grandchildren. I just want to say that here, you know, I have still interests in the boroughs, and I am very disappointed that Mamdani is there, apparently. So there is major concern. He's crying about some $5.4 billion budget that he needs to, you know, meet, and one of the ways he wants to do that is through accessing reserves. Those reserves are Social Security and teachers' pension funds, which also impacts me as a former teacher. So I understand that this was something that you had thought might need to be done when 9/11 occurred. And so you had proposed it, but thankfully never had to pursue it. What are the odds? Again, that was a terrorist attack. The city was in extreme situations. He just walks in. He's here 60 days. He doesn't have any extreme measures. And he's already saying he's going to touch Social Security and teachers' retirement funds. What is the possibility that that could occur?
Well, I mean, what he's doing is almost impossible to analyze because it's never been done before. There's never been any mayor in modern history or any history that even comes close to being as irresponsible as he is, including some of the dumbest and most crooked Democrat mayors you could imagine. I mean, we had some pretty terrible mayors. This is by far the worst. That reserve fund should be there for a September 11th. We don't have a September 11 right now. Thank God, and we may never have another one. And it helped us greatly on September 11. It prevented the fiscal disaster that I actually predicted, and so did Mike Bloomberg. Now, when we predicted it, we knew we were only about half accurate. But that allowed the city to not go into it completely and therefore take maybe half of it. It turned out to be enough. So 6 months after 9/11, we were already recovering because we had put away enough money to take care of an emergency, which is the worst we ever had in our history. So that's the reason for a reserve fund. Most of the time under Democrat liberal mayors, they don't have a reserve fund. They spend all the money and they usually owe 10%, 20% more. And the state is threatening to put them into bankruptcy. That's really where he would be if Adams hadn't made gigantic collections from Wall Street that under Trump did better last year than it's done, I don't know, in the last 30. Wow. And of course, the Democrats didn't predict that. They all remember they predicted recession. New York City had one of its best years last year, not because of New York City, but because of the stock market. So the real problem with this guy is he wants to spend $10 to $15 billion, and then eventually he'll get into the trillions to make more people dependent. So you're heading for a city where people don't work, and the people who do work come down here to Florida. I know more New Yorkers in Florida now than I knew in New York. That's possible. I don't even feel lonely.
That's incredible.
And then I have people coming to me that live there that want my help in getting out. I mean, they're willing to go to South Carolina, North Carolina, Texas, and it makes me feel terrible. Unlike Mondami, who is who's really an Islamic terrorist lover.
It's pretty bad.
A Jew hater and a communist.
Take it easy, Mr.
I'm an American.
Those are
and I'm a native New Yorker, and I love the place.
Yeah.
And
it's sad to
I
see
don't
it
love
burn.
some foreign country or some strange religion more than I do America. I love a religion that's at the core of Western civilization.
Yeah, thank you, Jesus.
And thank you, Jesus, for saving us.
You know, this is incredible.
So this is a very tough time for New York. I mean, I hate to be the one to say this, but if it keeps going in this direction, it'll never recover. London is on its way.
Oh, my goodness, the whole European nightmare.
I'm told by my English friends that London will be a Muslim city in 5 years.
My goodness, we're going to let that stop. That's for sure. It's got to tear your heart up, Mr. Mayor, to watch that beautiful city that you built and made happen and made so prosperous burn like it is. But I know things are going to change. Kevin Downey Jr. is a very strong radio personality, and he's joining the America First Media team. He does a podcast himself. Can we bring Kevin in? There you go. That's
Hello,
a great
Kevin.
shot. Nice hair, KDJ. You need to borrow my comb to get it combed.
Nice hair like the mayor.
Yes, like the mayor. KDJ has a certain way and style about himself, and he doesn't like to beat around the bush, and he does it in a great way. And KDJ, you have an opportunity to ask America Mayors your question.
Absolutely. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you for your service. My question for you, sir, is what happened to Kathy Hochul? She didn't seem to be out of her mind. Now she is out of her mind. Is there any chance we can vote her out, or is New York State locked up?
I think there's a good chance we can work her out. What happened to Kathy Hochul? One of the things that doesn't happen with the brain, you don't rejuvenate brain cells. So she didn't have many to work with when she started. So now she's down to a critical mass. About the fact that, among other things, she's just plain dumb. She's not very smart. And she and her husband are in it for the money. All they care about is the stadium they're building.
Yeah.
In a place in Buffalo that nobody wants it. But he's going to make millions on the concessions.
Yep.
So she has spent the last 10 years of her public career as a local politician in Buffalo and as a governor stealing money from us so they can build this stadium. And her husband is the head of the concession companies. And the biggest bonanza of all with a new stadium are the concession companies. When the new Yankee Stadium went up, in 2 years, the concessions were collecting 3 times more.
Wow.
So they're sitting there figuring, hey, they think we're dumb, but we're going to be worth a lot more money than they are. I can take you through other crooked transactions she was involved in that she wasn't investigated for. And the thing that really offended me when they went after Adams was there's plenty more to go after her on than Adams. But they're going after her because she's sucking up to them. I mean, she's letting all the illegal aliens come in, all the rapists, all the murderers, and she pretends that she doesn't. But she does.
Yeah.
So I think Bruce can beat her. I really do. It's going to take a lot. He was a terrific county executive. He's a great guy. And the people in New York, well, this is a hard thing to say, but after they elected, the people in New York City elected Mondani, you don't have too much hope. But it is New York State, not just New York City. And we have Nassau, we have Suffolk, we have Westchester, we have Rockland, we have a terrific upstate area. They can't want this Hoopel as governor. I mean, among other things, she's too dumb for us. This is too hard a job for her. They do her a break. They send her off to, I mean, she'll collect, she's going to be a multi-zillionaire with that stadium.
Yep.
Is she okay funding from the state of New York, and our U.S. government isn't funding the sanctuary cities anymore too, right? Or where's he going to come up with this money?
Oh, my goodness. The budget in New York is a total disgrace and a fraud, almost what they would say on its face. Just consider the fact that the budget of the state of New York is twice the budget of the state of Florida. Wow. Okay? Florida has 22 million people. New York has, what, 18 million people. How do you spend more than double the amount of money on less people?
Corruption.
and deliver the nonsense and craziness. Anybody really like New York government? There are actually people that like certain aspects of Florida government. I mean, they actually work.
Second Amendment's the one that I really like.
They work. Like when I went to get my new license, I got it in 15 minutes. In New York, I'd have to devote half a week or a week.
They do, man. That's called voter suppression, and that's on the
State tax,
Democratic side. That's on the.
There's no income tax
in the
here.
garbage.
No income tax.
Well, Mr. Mayor, when you don't make no income, what does that mean to you?
People here are making more per capita than New York now.
I was talking about you, sir.
Oh, I'm doing all right. We're overcoming them. You know that.
I know you are, my friend, and I'm so happy to
they
watch
took
it.
their best shots.
Because we got 2 minutes left in this segment, and I know there's so many things I want to ask you and talk to you about. Would you mind, to stick around a little bit?
I'm
We'll
not sticking
continue.
around. I love being with you guys.
KDJ.
I'm gonna show my book.
Yes, KDJ and Lisa, I want you to stick around too a little bit. But before we go to the next segment, I got 2 minutes left here, Mr. Mann, and great friends at the TAFW Sound Money Wallet had gotten together, and we know that you're getting this soon. But we want to give you a little advance notice, and I don't know I know you can see it. It's a silver piece. It's a silver dollar, and they had it handcrafted for you to represent. That's the Medal of Freedom, Mr. Mayor. And I understand that our great President Donald Trump wants you to have this as well. So they decided to put this together and give this to you. Last time they had gifted you a beautiful coin with your young face on it, if you recall.
Well, this is a lot better looking.
There's the Medal of Freedom there in his silver coin collection, and the mayor is doing at TAFW Sound Money Wallet, soundmoney.com.
So a gift from them. That's what this
Yeah,
coin's
well,
minted
we
and printed from silver.
Yeah.
So it's worth more than the face value.
It is worth the dollar value is very well because silver's going up like crazy. But the benefit of it is a custom piece that they handcrafted in their gold mine.
What are you going to do with that? Throw that in your change drawer for later? Jingle, jingle, jingle. But
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the parking.
get a little cake.
The gold
It'd
and
be
silver
parking
now.
for life. Parking for life.
Mr. Mayor, we still got 40 seconds. Gold and silver might be the new way of payment, I understand.
Well, a lot of
sometimes.
people think that, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people think that, and if it isn't, it's going to be like a major backup and way in which they secure transactions.
So it's smart if you have
There's
some.
no
It's very
question
smart.
that Every expert would
Listen,
say
you're not
there's
experts,
20
we're not
there's 20
financial
There's
geniuses.
20 more to go. I'm not an expert, but they
No,
are.
neither am I, but I will tell you the experts are at TAFWSoundMoney.com. That's where you find it on the website, on the American Media television. We have our own app going on. You can see it there.
Download the app. Download it.
Get after the commercial.
You can get a
Yes, he
safe.
is.
You can get a safe, right?
You've worked hard and saved, but inflation and increased money supply are eroding your buying power. Protect and grow your wealth with physical gold and silver. Sound Money. With a Sound Money wallet, your wealth stays in your control. Buy fractionally, vault securely, ship directly, and instantly liquidate your gold and silver at the highest buyback price in the industry. Real money, real ownership. Visit TAFWSoundMoney.info or scan the QR code and start securing your financial future today.
The America First Ultra MAGA Store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA Store.
Live from Studio 6B on a Friday night, live at the America First Warehouse. Live at the America First Warehouse on a Friday, Real America's Voice, all across the country, 103.9 LI News Radio, all across your radio, Suffolk County, Long Island. Glad you're in.
Corporate transfer. Fine professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
First Warehouse was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed, because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country. Going on, peoples. You see what's going on over here? You know what? A funny thing happened before we came in. John had to use the bathroom. So, John, what happened? What
No, I
happened?
was just asking him about his golf game because I know.
Well, no, he was in the bathroom.
place.
Tell me when you were in the bathroom what you saw.
This one over here, and it was a picture of
the mayor.
A golf shot. You know, with the
Yeah, sure.
So I asked if you played. You said I don't play. That's why I saw the picture.
No, I don't play right now because I broke my back.
Of
remember?
course, he knows that.
So I haven't played since then. I have done a couple of practice holes, and I'm probably ready to go back. I probably the next 2 weekends will play 9 holes and see how I do.
You know, I asked.
But I haven't played in over almost a year.
I knew you played. I saw the picture. But your son is a very good golfer, right?
Oh, way to go,
My
Johnny.
my son's a championship golfer. I
I
mean,
think he. Did anybody ask him if he beats Trump?
Never.
I don't even know if he.
Never. He'll always lose by one.
You think I'm getting
Lose by one.
You think I'm stupid enough to answer that question? I know.
My dad always does.
I will tell you that when Trump really wants to win, like he
plays
touched
well.
somebody,
He's a good-
he
yeah.
brings Andrew in as his partner.
Yes, John. He's going right
Donald
shotgun.
Trump, the president, will tell you that Andrew could be the best clutch golfer that he plays with.
Right.
He said he doesn't know anybody that plays the last 4 holes as well as Andrew does.
Yeah.
So whenever Andrew is within striking distance, watch out.
Yeah.
Most of the tournaments he's won, which include in New York, the Eisenhower, and most of them that he's won, including the last one that he won at stroke tournament that he won at the Trump course, he was like behind by going into the last round. He was behind by four strokes. By the 10th hole, he was within 2.
What an honor to play golf with Trump.
The minute his wife told me she was nervous because she was there. Andrew's behind by 2 with only 9 holes to go. I said, you think I can get there in time for the trophy? She said, well, I said, go win. And he did. He won by a stroke.
What an honor.
Look at that.
I'll tell you the same thing. That's why he likes to have him, because I can relax a little on the last 4 holes.
We enjoy him as much as we enjoy you, man.
Yes, very true. Very good.
He's doing a hell of a job.
He
with
is the
people.
most.
He was just here for the weekend with my little granddaughter.
Football?
Grace.
Little Grace.
Grace.
Oh, yeah.
And
In Seville.
he almost has no time now. He's traveling all over the country.
Yeah, he's busy.
They have the FIFA games, the World Cup games.
Yeah, FIFA.
Are going to be
What is
like
that?
having a Super Bowl in Indianapolis, a Super Bowl in Chicago,
Yeah.
a Super Bowl in New Jersey, a Super Bowl in Miami. And think of the security for that.
Well, that soccer is massive. I mean, the world watches soccer. I think the only sport that's bigger than that was NASCAR.
Yeah. But you'll get all these cities that some are ready, some aren't ready. So his job for the last year has been getting them ready.
Really? Yeah. It's going to be a lot of
And
people
he's doing
coming
a
in the
great
country.
job.
I hope they're
And
not
he's not
terrorists.
afraid to ask questions, and he's not afraid to put things on. He must have learned that tactic from his father.
He's just not afraid.
But yeah, he's not afraid at all.
And he loves the president.
I will tell you, Mr. Mayor, that I was in Bedminster at a fundraiser for Goodness and whatever we were doing there at the time. And as I was going to the locker room, and again in the bathroom, there's a picture of Andrew playing golf. And next to he's got outside though. He won the championship, the recent one.
Yeah.
So you know he's a player.
Also, I got to tell you, I put in a plug for his boss, Christy Noem. I know she's getting some bad
Press?
publicity or whatever.
They
but
tried
she's
to.
terrific.
Yeah.
I mean, she's doing exactly what the president wants. Some of which turns out to be unpopular. But it
Listen, we're
doesn't
not here
stop-
running for a popularity contest. You know, we're doing America First and America First only, Mr. Mayor. Our network is called America First Media and Television. And what we love to do is share content, and we do. We love what you say and everything that you're doing, and we want to help that. We love Mike Lindell and his network. We love the Real America Voice Network. All of these MAGA medias is what it is, and that's all I care about. When I come in, every Steve Bannon show starts with 5 minutes of me throwing up listening to MSNB, nothing, and all these other stations, and I don't care what there's nothing that they will ever say that I need to hear anymore because they've already proven themselves to be a bunch of garbage.
You listen to MSNBC?
No, I have to. When
We
Steve
have to.
Bannon-
You watch Steve Bannon, you get the pre-clips of what they're saying.
I can't do that.
It's annoying.
Bannon shoves it down our throat.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I know.
And it's very upsetting to me, but here we don't have to do that. At our American First.
It probably motivates Steve.
Yeah. You know what? I want to get back to a little
Well,
bit.
I mean, I'm motivated enough. Just look at what they did to you, son.
Yeah.
I mean, they terrorized you. They threw you out of New York. And that's what I want to tell you about, too. Last week, I hung out with John Eastman. Perhaps you remember your friend John Eastman.
How would I forget John Eastman?
John picked the
love
Rocky song to come out to at the 151st anniversary at the Queens Republican Party Club. John Eastman picked the Rocky song, and I happened to have both his and your beautiful mugshot from that day. So as Rocky was playing, I ran mugshots up because that's how they recognized John Eastman in particular. Certainly, Mr. Mayor, your shot was fantastic, and they recognized you right away. But nobody really knew what John Eastman was until they saw
But John, he's my co-defendant.
They rigged those pictures though on your Russ, even like Trump's too. You see those mugshots, no makeup or anything, because you kind of look like a. Oh my God, he looks like a criminal the way they put those mugshots
I
out.
thought Mr. Mayor looked like an angel. I thought he looked like an angel, John.
I had there's a
Looks like
picture.
a
I don't know if he took it at First America or Trump. There's a picture of me, Flynn, Eastman, who the hell else? Stone, and it was five of us, 5 dangerous criminals.
Yeah.
We were all under indictment at one time or another.
Wow.
You know,
Amazing.
They're technically under indictment in Arizona. How can you be under indictment with this?
Is that what Tina Peters is, sir? Is Tina Peters over there?
We're in trouble for Georgia.
Georgia's gone.
What do you mean it's gone? I mean,
Case gone.
So they're going to give you a New York City
Dismissed.
apartment back or what?
We're
Yes, what
now
happens with
suing.
that?
We're now suing.
Way to
Georgia.
go.
Reciprocate or get your money back.
Well, first
Did they
of all-
get money?
Yeah. I
Everything, Johnny.
Or did they get money from you? Did you?
Hey, Johnny, we moved his underwear.
What happened? Now you spent it. There's nothing left to get
No.
back.
There's a whole law under which I can sue them for damages.
Yeah.
And there's also one in Arizona. Arizona is dismissed by the judge, but not by the attorney general. I never heard of this before. The judge has dismissed the case, said the case is unconstitutional. In Arizona, the prosecutor gets 30 or 60 days to file a new indictment. That was a year ago. And she goes back to the judge, and the judge keeps saying, okay, a little more time, a little more time, a little more time. Here's what we think is going on, and John's in this case too. We think that they're waiting for the election to be over, because she's up for re-election. She doesn't want to dismiss the case before the re-election because her crazy idiot anti-American morons who vote for her will get angry at her.
Illegal votes. I mean,
It'll admit a mistake. And she's going to have to dismiss it after. But you would think there'd be some form of even make-believe justice in Arizona. And once the judge decides to dismiss the case is gone. Now, to me, I'm going to have to go through hell to get my law license back. So it doesn't really,
that's baloney.
it doesn't really prevent me. But some of the people it prevents them, like John, prevents John from practicing law.
Well, John still has a Supreme Court law practice. He can still at the Supreme Court.
Can he?
Yeah.
Is
He
that
mentioned
Arizona?
That's good.
Is the crooked place too? Is Tina Peters in
Yes, of
Arizona?
course.
The state of Arizona.
Yeah.
Oh, she Colorado.
Holy shit!
Is she Colorado?
It's Colorado.
Oh, it's Colorado.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Colorado's actually
yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
Worse.
Every one of those
Denver.
swing states, they were trying to rig it and bury it. Now, Mr. Mayor, sir, we have 3 minutes and 20 seconds left of this final segment in time that we have you today. Blessed to have you. Can you tell us about this book that
this is a book of 20,000 people from the PMOI, which is a dissident group that's at the core of the revolution going on in Tehran. Now, these are 20,000 people that were killed within about 48 hours. Can you imagine killing 20? That was way back in 1982.
82.
So remember, they killed 30,000 in 3 days?
Yes.
Well, they've been doing it, and then all their names are listed here. And not
I
only
remember
that,
1982.
all of the methods of their deaths, their pictures.
It was brutal.
It's like
These are babies. You got some babies here. Well, they've been doing this since 1982. This group still exists. This group attacked the Ayatollah's compound a day before the Israelis attacked it. You want to know why the Israelis knew exactly where to bomb? Because they went in, lost 30 people dead, 30 people taken, but came back with the plans intact. This is a great group. This group is the group that should be in charge of the turnover of Iran, and will get patriots in it. And boy, do they love America. Just talk to the American military that served in Iraq. They all have certificates signed by American generals. And they get tortured by our State Department. They get tortured by the New York Times. They get tortured by the left-wingers. And that phony Pahlavi guy, who is the son of the prior murderer who ran, and thief who ran Iran, demeans them all the time. But that's because he's never had a job in his entire life, and he's lived off the stolen money from the people in Iran who are starving. Complete phony. And he's supported by a lot of our establishment. Of course, because the oil companies want to control Iran like they did before the revolution, which caused it.
Unbelievable how blessed we are to be here with the mayor. We have about a minute left over here. Can you bring KDJ and Lisa in on the screen with us if they're still there? I want to thank you guys for coming in and preparing everything for us in New York, and thank the mayor and say goodbye to him. You got like 10 seconds each, and then we're going to be closing out.
Mayor, we're super excited about your son leading the task force for the White House for the 2026 FIFA Cup. It is going to be amazing. Thank you for all you've done for New York City. Continue to stay by us. We're so happy to have you today.
Thank you.
KDJ?
Mr. Mayor, thank you. So I used to be a New York City Democrat. I voted for you 3 times, but since I was a Democrat, it could have been more like 400 or 500. I don't know who's running the elections there, but I want to thank you for pulling New York City out of the toilet when you did. God bless you, sir.
I love you, KDJ. You don't cut no corners. Mr. Mayor, Johnny and I are so happy to be here. We bought you a little snack.
Me too.
Some roasted beef sandwiches with fresh cannoli.
I'm just glad they're filming so you actually believe we're here.
Yeah, it's real. It's real, right,
Palm
Johnny?
Beach, yeah.
Drop the microphone, take the cannolis.
There you go. Our God is great, isn't he?